from sleep, deep sleep. But really, what I want to talk about, bro, and focus on is your attitude. Choosing the right attitude. We can't often choose or control the events, the mistakes, the encounters that we have, our misfortune. Sometimes we can't control it, but you can choose the right attitude. You can choose how you respond, bro. You can choose to keep your composure. And that's just what you have to do, bro, because a lot of fuck shit gonna come your way. Especially if you're a man with authority, bro, or especially if you're a man that's trying to build a brand. You're trying to build an empire from the ground up, bro. You gotta know that the opposite force gonna try to, boom, gonna try to stop you. You think when Rome was being built back in the day, they didn't have a opposing force? Or when Greek was building an empire, they didn't have opposing force? Or ancient Kemet or Egypt was building, you people gonna try to stop you. That's just how it is, bro. But you gotta choose the right attitude. Only you can choose how you respond to things, bro. And that all go back. I'm gonna drill it in your head till you get it. Keeping your composure. Not being ain't keeping a cool head. Because if you already a loose lid, you already a cannon ready to bow, then it's gonna be harder for you. Because people gonna press your buttons knowingly and unknowingly. But anybody can get mad. It don't take much brains to act negative. You have to be a bigger man. You have to use more of your brain capacity to think yourself out of a situation. Because it's easy as hell to get in there. We see that in the pen. We see that on the news. We see that shit. But can you think your way out of the situation? Because that's what it's going to take. That's what it's going to take for all of us. To think yourself out of this situation. I don't give a damn if you was born into the situation, if you fell into the situation, or you just creeped up on the situation, or the situation just hit you in the head, goddammit. You still gotta think your way out of it. And the only way you gonna do that, bro, is by choosing the right attitude. Choosing the right attitude, because only you can choose how you gonna respond to this fucked up event, bro. You know what I'm saying? So in a nutshell, I'm gonna break down some ways, or one way in particular, that you can implement, that you can adopt to your system to help you choose the right attitude so you can keep that ship afloat, so you can keep going forward, bro. Because fuck shit gonna happen, bro. And on your job, or if you ever had a job, they say, you know, before you take this situation that you're going through, this concern or complaint, they tell you to go, before you just take it to the big wig, they tell you to go through each proper command, the chain of command. Stop. Now we're gonna compare the big wigs. That's a metaphor in this situation for popping your lid. Like before you pop your lid. And then we're gonna the chain of commands, we're gonna replace that for the sake of this conversation. That's gonna be a metaphor for going through these different regiments, going within yourself. Questioning yourself before you just pop off. So let's get back to the story. They tell you at your 9 to 5, before you just take your complaint to the head dog, whoever that is, male or female, you got to go through the proper chain of command. You may have to go through the on-site lead. You may have to go through the on-site supervisor. Then you may have to go through the director. Then you may have to go all these proper chains of command before you get to that big wig. Following the chain of command. And that's exactly what you got to implement, bro, in your life before you pop the lid, choosing the right attitude, because our opposite force, you're going to be met with an opposite force, especially if you're trying to build a brand or an empire, especially if you're going against the masses. You damn sure going to have I don't know what your niche is. I don't know what you're doing. I can't say, so you have to put this in proper perspective. But you will be met with an opposite force. You can take that one to the bank. You see what I'm saying? And you gotta have a protocol. You gotta have a way of dealing with this shit. You understand what I'm saying? So that's what you want to do. You want to go within the inner man and check these emotions before we just pop off. How can this? Because mechanical force, using your hands, mechanical force is always the last resort. It's always the last resort. Ain't no money in violence, really. We ain't, you know what I'm saying? Unless you making the bullets or the bandages. But really, we trying to stay in business. We trying to get money tomorrow. We ain't trying to be on the news. We ain't trying to be in jail. None of that bullshit. We trying to get money tomorrow, bro, and stay out the way. You understand what I'm saying? So you gotta go within and go through these proper channels before you pop off. How can you avoid the situation? You see what I'm saying? How can you approach the situation differently? Have you assessed it right? You see what I'm saying? Like, you gotta come up with ways. You gotta have an interview with the energy inside of you, bro. That's what you gotta do. You gotta have an interview with the energy inside of you at that time. At that time. That's important. That's real important. Because a lot of niggas, they don't have that interview. They meet with that opposing force. They meet with they met with their opponent, you know what I'm saying? Or they just met with life and they don't know, they don't have no protocol for the situation. You see what I'm saying? They don't follow the chain, they just pop off. Pop off. And one bad move I heard, man, can mean your life, nigga. Can have your ass sitting down for 10, 25, 30. Just all because you couldn't think. So I see how it's so easy to do wrong. Wrong is so easy. It's easy to get into and it's so easy to do, but it's hard to hell get out of. Cause somebody gonna have to think your way out of it. Sometimes you can't think your way out of it. Times you just gotta float by. Time will get. You know what I'm saying? But some of these big things can be avoided with something so small as just thinking, thinking, thinking. But see, you gotta keep them emotions intact, bro. Them emotions. I heard Warren Buffett say, it don't take a whole lot of IQ to be rich. It take a whole lot of EQ. And for those of y'all who don't know what EQ is, that's emotional intelligence. They always talk about IQ, intelligence. You know what I'm saying? Intelligence, how you scored on the test. But none of that means shit if you can't control your emotions. Otherwise, you'll be a rich nigga that always giving out money, or you be a nigga that can't control his money. That's what that is, them emotions. Yeah, I'm rich, but I ain't gotta go buy the Dior or the Gucci. Or I'm rich, I ain't gotta go buy the latest car. That's controlling your, that's EQ. You gotta have EQ. And most successful rich people have EQ. So it don't do you no good to know about everything under the, you know a little bit about everything under the sun, but you don't know a damn thing about controlling your emotions. And that ain't gonna get you nowhere. Nowhere, trust me, buddy. Nowhere. So you got to have a protocol. You got to have something in place automatically where it kick in like secondhand nature when you met with these opposing forces. When you met with, you know what I'm saying, an adversity, a hurdle. And these hurdles can come in people, shape, it come in all different forms. You see what I'm saying? But your formula is international, it's universal. It don't matter what type of form it come in. This, you understand what I'm saying? This formula I got, this protocol I got, nigga, it's for anything, anybody. You understand? Now, person, place, or thing. You feel me? So in a nutshell, bro, I'm gonna leave you with that, bro. Think. That's what you got that big ass head for. Think. Don't be in your feelings. Have more EQ than IQ. Fuck what you know. Can you control yourself? Can you control you? Can you control you? And if you can't control you, the question is, who the fuck is controlling you? Somebody else. You understand what I'm saying? So don't pop off before you go from 0 to 100, bro. Go within the inner man and have an interview with the energy within. And you ask yourself certain questions. How can this be avoided? How can I approach the situation different? How, you know what I'm saying? You go through all of them questions, bro, and I promise you it's gonna make the difference in your outcome, bro. And you're gonna keep that ship afloat. You feel me? And get to your destination, wherever the fuck that is. I'm gonna see you on top.